We're back. Welcome to the Fully Loaded Podcast. Today, I have two guests with me. It is their first time ever being on the Fully Loaded Podcast. It is the first time they've been on any podcast. And they've chosen to spend their time with me today here on the show. Carlos is not here today. He's supposed to be here for every show. So, he gets paid $10,000 a show. His pay is going to be docked for this show. But without further ado, I want to introduce my two guests. To my left here, I have my nephew, Anthony. He's a up-and-coming producer, a father, good brother. You know, he's got a lot to say about a lot of different things. You'd be surprised, you know what I'm saying, that he's only 22. On my right, I have my friend Malachi, who I've had the pleasure of meeting over the last few months. We became steadfast friends. You know, we respect each other on a whole nother level. Bright brother, smart brother, experienced man, very heavily opinionated. You know, he's got a lot to say. So I'm just glad to have these guys on the podcast, like I always do with all of my guests. May I ask you, gentlemen, to say something about yourself that I haven't shared already, or say whatever I already said. Whatever you want to say about yourself. Starting on my left here, Anthony, my nephew, Manny, the chosen son, the only son. What you got to say about yourself, brother?
Well, first let me start by saying, man, I am the only son out of 6 children. I am the only son. So I am chosen to be great, right? I'm the chosen one, right?
Word.
You hear me? I got 5 beautiful children that I love dearly. Take care of them, you know.
Word.
Do my thing.
Yeah.
I'm up and coming with the music, producing. You
Man, not only producing. You know, I heard this is my nephew. If you didn't catch that already, I don't know if I said it. I heard him spitting this Eminem verse. I'm like, damn, this nigga can spit. So I always saw potential in him lyrically, vocally. He keep a note, keep a tune. It's a dope nigga, man. First time on the podcast. See, he gonna have to watch it, and then he gonna be even better next time.
Oh yeah,
But
sure.
you're doing great. You're doing great. Don't get me
Appreciate it,
wrong.
man.
Don't get me wrong. You're doing great. To my right, like I said, I got my boy Malachi. He goes by many names. Let him introduce himself.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Philip Fruge, a.k.a. Malachi, humble servant of the Most High. The only thing I'm going to do is just put my 2 cents in the subjects that that is close to my heart. And basically, the change I did with these brothers is with their knowledge and wisdom and experience, and see if I can relate.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Like I said, man, this brother is, you know, we go deep. When we be having our conversations and stuff, we go real deep. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And this is only episode 11, and I get nervous before every show. So, you know, we're going to shake the little dust off, and we're going to get into the topics, right? So, the curator of this show is Philip Fruge, my friend Malachi, and these are the topics he came up with, right? We're going to talk about business and finance, health and fitness, mental health, losing loved ones, and social acceptance. And let's get into it, man. Who wants to start off on the first topic? I wouldn't mind going first, but y'all tell me. You want me to pick?
Take it away.
Take it away, sir. You the leader.
Any, many, mighty, mo. Catch a tiger by its toe.
Y'all
Let's see.
listen,
We're
look
going to
up.
go with Business finance. It's the least personal thing up there, I think. Business finance. So I'm gonna start by saying, business finance is a game that we've been tricked into.
It's universal, actually.
Well, yeah, that's true. But as it stands right now, what we're dealing with is capitalism, especially in the country that we live in and many other countries. If you don't have money, you're worthless. So if you're not in business or finance and you don't have a job, you don't have finance, you don't have fiat currency, you're worthless. So first and foremost, I believe that the whole system's fucked up, right?
Yes.
So you just can't be good at something. You just can't be smart at something. You have to exploit the system in order to be great. So let's just start there. And now that we've got that out the way, I believe that since that is the standard and that's the paradigm that we live in, this is the world we live in, the capitalistic world, I believe that we do need to excel at business. We need to start business. We need to advance our business. We need to network. And that's why I started blackcommercials.com. Insert commercial here.
It's crazy, like
Thank you for watching blackcommercials.com.
we don't have each other to expand our businesses. Like, it's hard to expand our black owned businesses with each other. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's, you know what I'm saying, like we don't work. I'm not saying we, but us most black people don't work well with others. Like, it's a competition.
It is.
And
Yep.
Well, since you're talking about black business, right? What just came to my mind is a lot of times when you visit a black business, you don't feel like you get the level of professionalism that you would a more mainstream business. And I'm not saying white. I'm saying a more mainstream, more commercial business, no matter who owns it, right? Okay, so let me specify. You feel like you don't get the same experience from a small black business than you would get from a large franchise a lot of times, like McDonald's. So you go down the street to the black burger place, and I'm not saying McDonald's has exceptional customer service, quite the contrary, but you get a certain experience from McDonald's, or at least you're supposed to, right? So if you go to the local burger joint and now they're charging you like $4 for a burger and the cashier's a little bit rude, then it's like, why should I support this black business? I'd rather go to McDonald's and get a double quarter pounder for $3, $4 than to give them $4 for a burger, regardless of the preservatives and the whatever they make the shit out of. I don't even fucking know. Regardless of that, I'd rather not deal with that. So I'm rambling a little bit, but I feel like we need to be just a little bit more patient with black businesses, right? So that when we do find one and they fail us just a little bit, just don't completely abandon that business. Give them a chance, man. Give them a little bit more of a chance than you would give Amazon. That's all I'm saying,
right.
And I'm out.
Well, y'all brothers definitely kicked it off. Y'all basically took most of my talking points. But also I like to add to that the male female dynamic. I believe I've noticed more so that black men in particular have a much harder time trusting each other more so as black women. I mean, I've seen that so many, especially now that I'm getting older now. See, that's just me. Would y'all agree or disagree?
Agree or disagree? That is a close-ended question. So since you only gave me two options, I will say I agree.
Okay.
Would you agree or disagree, nephew?
I agree. I agree.
Because you see all the time, especially in the urban areas, aka the urban areas in the most major inner city, aka the hood, where we all came from. You see nothing with hair salons that's ran by black women and cater to, and serve and cater to black women. And that's really when I see that the black women with at their most with their camaraderie, cause I don't any other time
Hey, well,
they
so
had each other.
so slightly off the subject you were
Mhm.
on, right? Speaking of that, right? So I just collected a list of 221 black businesses, right?
Mhm.
And and I was doing that in support of blackcommercials.com so I could reach out to these businesses and network with them, offer them an opportunity to be on the new media platform. And what I noticed is most of our businesses are hair salons, barbershops,
Mhm.
and restaurants.
Mhm.
That's what I noticed. And I'm not knocking anybody. You got that special recipe. If you have something to offer the restaurant world, by all means, you
Right.
should start your
Right.
restaurant. If you're dope at doing hair,
Mhm.
you're tired of doing it in your basement, by all means, you should start a salon. So I'm just saying what I observed. I'm not making a judgment or
Right.
anything, but I'm just saying that's like
All right.
the main businesses. Then there were a lot of artists, art boutiques, things like that. Oh, I forgot that one. That's definitely up there with the rest of them. Clothing boutiques. That was pretty high up there on the. I don't know. It might have beat one of the other ones out. It might have beat fucking. It might have beat barbershop. I don't know. I didn't do analytics on the shit, but I'm just saying what I noticed. So, when you're talking about, like you mentioned, somebody from the hood that comes from nothing, you're talking about somebody who's just trying to get it any kind of way.
Mhm.
So you're not selling dope. You're not robbing people. God damn it, I know how to do some hair. I'm so good. I'm gonna start a salon.
Oh, I left one out. Sorry to interrupt
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Tattoo studios. That's another one. That's
You
been
know, I only saw out of all those 212 businesses, I only saw one.
wow.
I only saw one, and I'm just talking about this particular journey of research I did and data collection. I only saw one black tattoo business. I think a lot of that stuff is happening underground.
Well,
You might meet
it actually
a lot of people that
it,
do
they
it,
actually
but
they're merging. They it's in the same. They merging with the barbershops and the salons. They have a little tattoo stands within the actual salons and barbershop.
Right.
Oh, okay,
right,
okay.
right,
So
right.
maybe
That's
a lot of those
yeah.
barbershops that I did
Yeah.
research might have had tattoo spots.
Yeah, because
in 'em,
I've
you know what I
I've
mean?
seen it. It's most definitely predominant on the west side of Chicago.
Yeah, man.
South side too, but most on west side.
Yeah, we just had somebody up in here doing tattoos
Mhm.
up in the studio. Shout out to Foreign Prophecy.
Mhm.
She had the tattoo artist Shannon. I believe her name was Shannon up in here, killing it. She got a tattoo that she had been wanting to do for a long time. Shout out Foreign Prophecy. I'm gonna go ahead and put your social media down there. Love you. That's my guy Carlos's cousin, and dope ass MC. But yeah, she was in here getting a tat the other day. So people like that body ink. It's a way of expressing yourself, self-expression. And one of the other topics, I don't know. I'm gonna move it to another topic. We talked a little bit about business and finance. Let's talk about mental health. It's a form of self-expression, getting a tattoo, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So you see people lashing out and all that stuff. And one of the ways they lash out, I'm getting a tattoo, mom, blah blah, whatever, right? Or how about a black voice? Man, shit. Oh, I'm
Man,
sorry.
shit.
I gotta edit that out.
Yeah.
Man, shit. I'm gonna give me a tattoo, nigga.
I'm ready to get tatted up.
Bitch.
Our gentleman to the far left. The whole
Hey, he tatted
Lit
up.
For
I
real,
got-
for real. The whole sleeves.
Shit, I got tattoos.
Oh, I ain't even know. I never saw that.
I got 2 of them.
What that say?
It says K-Sard.
I'm about to
It's
tat-
all my kids' initials,
Oh.
and it says health over wealth.
I'm about to tattoo a mask on my face.
Bro, don't do that. Like for real, for
No,
real.
because then he ain't gonna need to put a mask on when he go in the store.
There we go.
That's smart as hell. Bro.
I ain't gonna have to mask up when I do a hit.
What? You know what they gonna say? This nigga had a tattoo, mask tattoo. Boy, you gonna be the only nigga with a mask. You going to double jail?
It's
No, you
double
putting him under the jail.
Hell yeah, man.
Alright, where we at,
Health and
though?
fitness. I was trying to get into. I was trying to get into mental health.
Yeah.
So self-expression is an important aspect of mental health. So that being said, it immediately makes me think of childhood mental health. So you're not mentally healthy as a child.
Yeah.
You're not going to be a mentally healthy adolescent, teenager, adult. So if you go through extreme trauma as a child, you can forget about being a healthy adult.
Yes, sir.
Unless that shit is corrected.
Dealt with and corrected and properly handled with care from professional counselors.
Yes. Yes.
Because I watched so many young people my age, younger, on down a little, suffer. So, and I see it in their eyes. They at their wits' end.
Yes, man.
That's why when I walk down the street and I see a young person that look like they on edge, I try not to even make eye contact with them. Because you being the elders, Troy, I'm pretty sure you've heard this growing up. The eyes are the window to the soul.
True, man.
So I don't even there's things that I wish I didn't see that I see.
True, man. Yeah, man. You know, that being said, man, a little off topic. When I first met you, bro, I could tell that, you know, your guard was up, right? Which is natural, because I'm sure I've met people and they could tell my guard was up, right? That's a natural thing. I don't blame you for that, right?
Right, because we every humans, that's our that's what we tend to do.
Mm-hmm.
But especially
So we
black
talk-
people, and particularly black men.
Yes, man. Especially black men. Thanks for pointing that out.
It's especially black people, and particularly black men.
Yeah. Right? So, you know, when I met you, you know, we talked a few times and we started to develop a relationship. We exchanged numbers, we talked more, and we developed that trust, right? So I think it's important for a man to have male confidants in his life that he can trust. You feel me? Who aren't trying to get over on you, who aren't trying to take advantage of you. And, you know, that actually kind of ties into social acceptance, right? Because
how about that?
growing up, I grew up downtown Chicago. I moved to Calumet. No, what was it? Calumet City. Calumet City when I was about 9. Then I moved to Harvey, same age, about 9. No, 8 years old, moved to Harvey. 8 years old, moved to Cal City. 8 years old, moved to Harvey. That was after bouncing around a little bit. But moved to Harvey, and it was the first time somebody called me nigga. And I said, whoa, don't call me that. So it was a culture shock, right? So moving to Harvey, I didn't have a lot of social acceptance, right? Moving into that topic, right? But we really didn't touch enough on mental health, which is that's a show in itself. But
Yeah.
we got to finish our topics up, right? So I didn't have that. I had it at home. I had it from my brothers. So I knew what love was. I wasn't in an abusive home. I wasn't
Thank
in
God.
the best home in the world. but I was in a home where I learned music. I was in a home where my father bought me encyclopedias, asked me questions, whooped my ass, but not too bad. I was in a good home, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, moving to Harvey was still a bit of a culture shock.
I have a
You know what I'm saying?
quick question. Did you get it more from your dad or your mom?
Shit.
So
What? You be
the
specific.
discipline.
Man, I feel like I just ran. Look, ask somebody else, right? If you watching this podcast and you know me, ask somebody else. But I feel like I did whatever the fuck I wanted to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to answer your question, when it came down to actually being disciplined, I had to say my father hit me more. My father hit me more, but my mother talked to me more.
That's usually how it is.
Talking.
But now, for me
talking
personally, my
goes the
mama
longest
did
way.
it both. She whooped my ass. She talked to me because she had to. I was raised predominantly by a single mother, even though my father was active in my life. God rest his soul. Rest in peace, Dad.
Rest in peace. What's his name?
His name was Donald Fruge.
Donald Fruge. Rest in peace, Donald Fruge.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a better place than we are.
Talking goes.
He lived to be 75.
Talking does the most justice in that situation.
I agree.
Being chastised, getting whooped for a situation really doesn't do nothing because most of the time a child doesn't know what they're getting whooped for.
Exactly.
Well, me personally, I knew what I was. I knew what I. I
So
knew
what's
what I was
some of
doing.
the things you got whooped for then?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Messing up, basically, effing up in a school, and
There we go.
For my mom, for not, if I was supposed specifically to do my chores, and she had to tell me more than once, maybe two times, that's when she got laid into my head.
And that's my point exactly. That does nothing. That does no justice for a child. You getting whooped, you getting hit for not doing something. That just makes you think about life. Like it's hard to explain right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me take it here.
I'm following you, bro. I'm following you. And I feel you. I know what you mean. Go ahead. Take it where you want to take it.
When I was let me say this. When I was in school, right, and I got chastised for not doing something right or acting bad in school or whatever,
Word.
that just made me like move even. That made me get sneakier.
Basically, more rebellious.
Yeah.
Word.
That made me wanna
I like
do
the
it.
word choice.
That was great. Thank you.
Yeah.
It made me more rebellious. Like it made me want to do things differently. It didn't make me want to stop because
The reason why, let me, not to
no,
mess
you
up your
good.
train of
Go
thought.
ahead. Go ahead.
Not to
Let me
mess
get
up your
this
train of
I
thought,
got
but
your point, bro.
Let me get this thought down. Go ahead.
me personally, I'm a rebellious person by nature anyway, so that's why I took that chose that word. If I see something, hear something, or somebody telling me to do something I don't agree with, I'm just basically not gonna do it until they give me a legitimate reason why I should go this way. I've never been the one basically to follow the crowd. That's probably one of the reasons why I don't I'm all tatted up with a whole bunch of baby mamas and shit.
Yeah, and I feel like that's part of your upbringing too, though. You know, it seems like you came from not like you said, we talked a million times, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for the audience, you know, we all came from the hood. But I could tell, even though we haven't had 1,000 conversations about our upbringing, I could tell he came from a home where he had people, I'm talking about Philip, had people who cared about him and taught him shit and taught him some koof, taught him some manners. everybody's not that lucky. We weren't born with a silver spoon in our mouth, but we had somebody
No, not
there.
at all.
Right. We had somebody there to round us up and wash our clothes. And,
Okay, now let me
I didn't
say
have
something.
shit growing up.
I had
Let's edit that out.
all the guidance. I won't say all the guidance, but I definitely knew right from wrong at a young age. I'll say about 12 when I started doing shit that I knew was wrong.
All right, that's when
But
your
I
hormones
continued to
kicking
do
in.
it.
About the teenager.
I always knew right from wrong, and I always respect my elders. Always gave the utmost respect to anybody that was older than me. Really, I won't say anybody, but you know,
well, what you talking about right now is leading into another topic, which is relationships. So you talking about respecting your elders and respecting everybody who's around you.
I'm just going off of
No.
what Philip said when he said he respect. He grew up in a home with respect. You know what I'm saying? I did also. I won't say I did also, but I would never disrespect my mother.
Oh no.
In front of her face.
I
No
actually
matter
feared
what
my
she
mama.
did or didn't do in my
Mhm.
life, I would
Yeah.
never disrespect my mother. And that just goes a long way.
Cause if you did, I get it right then. Then she tell my stepdad, you get it right. Then she tell my dad.
Well,
Or
here's
Godfather.
the thing. Here's the thing, right? And I hear what you're saying, right? But when a child is 1 or 2 years old, we feel like we could do whatever we want in front of them, and they don't notice.
You say 1, 2.
1, 2 years old, maybe 3,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So then, look, I'm guilty of it.
They're monsters.
I've
monsters.
talked to my kids now, and I see what they remember, right? And like I've had some crazy, terrible fights in front of my kids, and they still remember, right? Even though my daughter was 5 years old, she remembers stuff, right? So that being said, when you're 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, you remember all of that. You feel me? So even stuff that doesn't really stick in your mind, like right at the front of your mind, it still affected you.
In your
See it
subconscious.
kind
In
of,
your
but
subconscious, right? It affects you in your subconscious. So
yeah, I get that.
you grow up, you end up being a product of your own environment. You feel me? So it's like at a certain, and this is what I'm trying to get to, right? A lot of your behavior is based on environment, and the rest is based on genetics. So you could take someone who is predisposed for violence and predisposed for violence genetically, and put them in a loving environment where they're being nurtured the right way, and that predisposition with violence, predisposition for violence will all but disappear from their personality trait. Then you could take someone who's genetically predisposed to be calm and peaceful and put them in an environment that will change them into someone who is violent and who lashes out and who fucking shoots up a school, right? Right? So, and that's what, not to get all the way into a fucking rabbit hole, but a lot of those nerds that shoot up schools, and I'm a nerd, by the way.
Me too.
So, and I think that's a good thing. A lot of those nerds that shoot up schools are not genetically predisposed to be violent. However, their environment, the way people treat them, I just realized
a hood
I'm still
nerd,
on
though.
topic. I realize I'm still on topic. They're not socially accepted.
Exactly.
And then someone who is predisposed to be an artist and a lover and a singer ends up shooting up a fucking school because of their environment and not being socially accepted. Full circle. On to the next topic, relationships.
Whew. Relationships.
I know that they're challenging and they can be hard.
Man.
Agreed.
Challenging and hard? That's not even...
They can be hard. There's challenging and they can be hard.
You know, the best relationships, and I'm just saying right what I thought right off the top of my head, right? The best relationships, man, in my opinion, are easy. Right? So I've had relationships with businesses.
All right, can I say
for
this?
30
I'm sorry,
plus
Uncle.
years.
Let me say this here.
Go for it.
Every relationship, I learned this from the great. One of the greatest. Every relationship, everyone in a relationship wants something out of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's
Okay.
always. Even if it's a friendship or
and if
love.
you don't get it, you will
every
be replaced.
relationship
They don't.
wants something
If they
out
don't
of it.
deliver,
Every
they will be
relationship.
replaced.
Every relationship.
That's
Even
right,
in
man.
business
Anyway.
relationships.
Even a business relationship. Thank you.
There you
Wow,
go.
it is
That's
amazing.
right.
This is
Just
all coming
tying
together. Woo!
Right.
That's why I want to start off by saying that.
Yeah.
And keep going.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Hey, he said he learned that from one of the greats. I don't know who he talking about. But
Can't
yeah,
Would
that's true.
it be someone we heard of or know? That said one of the
Yeah,
greats.
he was talking about me.
Yeah,
But
well,
anyway,
Oh,
Anyway.
So-
you are one of the greats.
Yeah.
How about
thank you, brother. Thank you. I am. Hey,
GOAT?
Go.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
So he's right. Like, even if you go to the grocery store, you have a relationship with your cashier. You might not even get the. You might not even. If you do, you might not even remember you got the same cashier. But when you walk up to that counter, you and her or he have a relationship. And what do they want from you? They want you to have your money ready. They want you to, put your shit up on the fucking conveyor belt. They want you to pay and, in most cases, help bag the shit up, right? What do you want from them, right? You want them to not overcharge you, not double ring anything, and count your money right. So the moment that relationship is, the moment the trust is broken in that relationship, if you see your cashier double ring some shit, that relationship is going to have a problem. That simple relationship is going to have a problem.
Even if after y'all reconcile.
Man, right? After that receipt comes out, after she takes those items off, you're going to double check that motherfucker receipt.
Yeah, this total don't seem right.
The trust was broken.
Right. Okay, let me check. You looking at every item? Oh, okay. Once you verified it, then you'll move on. But you're going to be skeptical from that point on. Like I said, even if you don't get the same cashier twice, right? So they want something from you. The mailman. What's the mailman want? He wants a mailbox. We just finished dealing with that, with the mailman.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't have a mailbox, so they stopped doing it.
We got mail now.
The
Anyway,
relationship was broken.
there we go. Right.
We did not give the United States Postal Service what they wanted in the relationship. We didn't have an address on the house, and there was no mailbox. That fucked up our relationship. The mail stopped coming. So, in the friendship, and the reason it really made the list is we're talking about men and women. That's why it's on the fucking list. That's the, when you say relationships, that's the first thing you think of. But you got to think bigger than that.
Yeah.
And that's why I went into the, everything is a relationship.
Business relationship.
Business relationship with your boss, with your job, with the HR department. That's why I got
even
fired.
more important than that, your relationship with your family.
With your family, right?
That's first and foremost. Family is the beginning of everything.
Tell me.
But even family relationships want something from you.
They want something
as
from you.
as vice versa.
Yeah. So the best family, they just want to see you
They
good.
want to see the best.
They
from
want to see you happy. They want to see you successful. They want to see you living your best life. That's what the best family wants. Some families just want to take advantage of you like a stranger. But, good
Which is the
family who
worst.
really loves you, You might get mad as hell at your mom or your aunt or your, excuse me, or your uncle or whatever. But
Or your father.
and yeah, or your father, or your mom. Yeah, I think I said mom. But when you get a little older, a lot of times it takes you get a little older. You're like, damn, they just wanted the best for me.
Just wanted the
Yeah.
best. And I know this now.
They just wanted the best.
I know at my age that all my family just wants the best for me. And all I can do is just take it and run with it.
I'm glad
got-
you know now, man.
I got everything I need on my side to be successful.
Word. You do, man. You do. And that's that community thing, man. That should have made the list. Community, it kind of did with relationships. That's what we're still talking about. But as far as okay. So yeah, man. That's dope, man. For real, bro. You know, everybody doesn't have that. You know what I mean? Everybody doesn't have somebody in their corner.
Right.
And we were patient with you, and it seems like, you know, over the last few years, it might have took you going to jail
That's exactly what it was.
to
But
really
that's a different
get you
topic
to the next level.
for a different day. But yeah, that's exactly what it was.
All right. So you had already took in a lot of the knowledge, but that was probably the fucking last piece it took right there. I seen a different man. I seen a different man when you came back, man. I see a different man every day. So, but like, let's get into the men and women, man. We can't get off of relationships without jumping in here. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, this is connecting to fucking social acceptance. It's connecting to business and finance.
Health and fitness, for
fucking
that matter.
Health and fitness,
fitness.
mental
Sure.
health. We haven't even touched on health and fitness yet. But it's like a relationship with a woman, right? What does a woman want? Simply put, a woman wants to be
Protected.
Thank you. A woman wants to be protected, and that's
That's
genetic.
only natural.
That's genetic. Yes,
There's no-
that's genetic, man.
However,
However,
they misconstrue
the
protective
definition
of protection, but they
Right.
misconstrue protection for what's the word I'm looking for?
subservience
Yeah,
or servitude.
servitude. Yeah. Ooh, that's a good. That's a good word. Protection versus servitude.
Man, that should yes. So, like, I tell my nephew all the time, I tell all my guys all the time, you got to treat your woman well. You got to make her feel special. You got to
What
be
does
honest to
that
her.
mean?
You got to be honest to her. You got to love her. You got to love on her. If she likes something, you got to, as often as you can, you got to do that for her. She deserves that if she's a good woman, right? So when you do that, it also should be reciprocated from her, right? And that could generate a really healthy relationship. But I feel like a lot of our women get brainwashed, and then they think like we just said, well, they think a man is in some kind of servitude to them versus we're both fighting together.
Yeah.
You know, where is this? Where is that? I need this. I need that. And I'm 40 years old. I just made 40 4 days ago, 5,
Happy
whatever.
belated birthday. Once
you, brother.
again.
Just made 40.
What
I've
did you
been-
do, by the way?
Nothing much, man. Just basically just grinding pipe, man.
Grind pipe
Working my ass off, bro.
all night.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Did the mother of your children, the mothers of your children even contact you, say happy? Did they even at least do that?
No,
Wow.
definitely my Edel did. Shout out to Edel. She definitely bought me something to
Which
eat.
one? One's
One of them
that?
ones.
When I met or someone else.
My youngest two sons' mom.
Oh,
Yeah, the
okay.
one you met.
Oh.
Yeah. She definitely looked out for a brother for my birthday, but no, the rest of them didn't, because there's this, and we're still on relationships.
Mm-hmm.
There's this like unwritten rule that when you break up with somebody, you're not supposed to like them anymore, right? And especially when you get
Right.
into a new relationship,
Bull crap.
Man.
you're not supposed to care about them anymore, despite the years we might have spent together.
Invested in each other.
Right, exactly.
Yes,
Despite
invest-
having kids together or whatever,
People,
we're supposed to be at odds.
because people don't understand relationship is an investment, which can come back to business, different type of business though.
I like that.
You invest in them, and they invest in you as much as they want to. That is, women. One thing I know, women choose when they want to invest in you, even though we invest in them all the time.
Man, brother.
Man, that says a lot.
It does, man. And back to the servitude thing, right? You should be in service to your family.
Mm-hmm.
You should be in service to your children, your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your wife or
Significant
husband,
others.
yeah, your significant other, your community, and all of that. But if, like, I'm in service to my nephew, right? Always have been. Since he's been a little boy, I've been in service to him. But he allows me to give as much as I have. But he would never say, hey, you didn't give me enough.
Huh.
My friend Carlos, I'm in service to him. But if I said, Carlos, I don't feel like being bothered today, I'm just not in a good mood, he'll be like, all right, man, you good? You need anything? All right, let me leave you alone. And that actually happened.
And I would add to that, just with someone, when that somebody's in that mood, well, you know, if you need somebody to chop it up with, you know
Most
where to
definitely.
find me.
Right. You know where to find me.
Hey.
Walking right behind thee.
Yeah.
All right. And it's so clear to see.
I don't know who's that by, but it sounds good.
That you wanna be free. All right, back to the show.
Shit.
Grind pipe.
Okay.
So
Wow.
We're back.
yeah, so it's like when a woman gets in a relationship with a man, they feel like the man is supposed to serve them. And to an extent, that's true, but it's got to be reciprocal, right? Everything is not, every bit of food is not supposed to come from the man. Women used to be gatherers, and the men used to be hunters. So the fruits and berries would come from the woman. They would pick different types of wheat, different types of wild-grown leaves and forage, bring it home. The man would hunt. Now, just to add to that, the women would hunt as well. Our roles, it was more, the lines were more blurred back then. Now it's like somebody's trying to tell the woman, you need to cook and clean, and a man is supposed to make all the money. And then when a woman starts making all the money, the man feels a certain kind of way. It's just like everything is just fucked up, right? So back to business and finance. There's not nothing wrong with a man being the motherfucking breadwinner, being the goddamn going out there and making tons of money, or hunting all of the game and bringing back all the kills.
Isn't that the way it originally was supposed to be?
Yeah. And
Isn't that
off
biological?
Look up.
And
Biological?
And off of that, where I'm at in my life right now, all I want my woman to do is take care of my children and love my children and nurture my
Nurture.
children. You know what I mean?
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro.
That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the natural order thing.
I want my kids to be loved all day, every day, and I'm not able to do it just off the simple fact that I grind pipe. You know what I mean? I
Yes, sir.
hustle and handle business.
Hustle and handle the business.
What an incredible finish, and that's what I'm trying to say. That's
Yeah, man.
man.
Yeah, man. So, okay, boom. So that being said, there's lots of different ways it can work and different roles. Now, I can't pass this up without saying this, right? The nuclear family has kind of destroyed our culture because what happens is you get a man and a woman. They leave the tribe. And I'm saying it this way because it's the simplest way I can say it. They leave the tribe and they go out on their own, and all they care about is the man and the woman and their kids, right? So now you and the woman have to figure it all out versus us being on a large plot of land, pooling our resources, our human resources, our food resources, pooling our manpower, and being all together so that when you have to go out and hunt, there's 10 women looking after the kids. And when you go out and hunt, there's 10 men hunting with you. Right? Mm-hmm. Instead, it's like, oh, this is all on me. This is all I got to do. Look, we both bought toilet paper today. You know? It's all on me. I need toilet paper for my house. Nothing wrong with that. That's the way shit is. But I want to say the way shit is wrong. We should all be, I don't care if it's 100 acres. We can have 100 acres. We don't even have to barely even see each other except for when we're doing community activities. We're building. We're helping each other. We're cooking. A couple meals a day. We'll see each other. Instead, we're all spread out. And we basically, our relationship becomes this thing where the only way the woman can survive is by pushing the male to do what she wants him to do. Oh, wait, there's more. So even if the man, in the way the society is set up now, even if the man is a breadwinner, he's making tons of money, right? And I know gentlemen like this, right? They're making lots of money. They're making decent money, right? And their wife is still unhappy. They got all the resources in the world. So, look, I'm not saying that there's this cookie cutter answer for fucking anything, but when will they be happy? When they have enough food? When they have a big enough house? When they have nice enough clothes? When they have a nice enough car? Will they be happy then? No. Will they be happy when you're fucking them every day? No. I've done all of those things, and they still weren't happy. So that's all I got to say about that.
You got to take into the fact that we weren't always a woman's first choice anyway. I hear that they talk about that on a lot of some of the podcasts and live streams I listen to. A lot of women feel like they settle for the partners that they chose. I was just listening to it on here, and it's still up.
Yes. Yeah. They see. Okay. To build on that, to piggyback off that, they see a characteristic that they like, whether it's financial prowess or good looks or the ability to physically protect them or whatever it is. They latch onto that, and then they try to change everything else about you. So if you look really good, they'll try to force you to make more money. Or if you make more money and you're ugly or you're fat, let's say you make more money and you're fat, they'll try to make you work out. If you make more money and you're ugly, they'll try to make you spend more money on clothes to make you look better or a nicer car. So, but if you're broke, let's say you fuck real good. They'll just stick around for that. But then there's that one comedian, he was like, women got a man for everything. They got a food nigga. They gotta bring a food. They got a nigga to fuck them.
There's a name that. Oh, keep going.
Right?
Keep going.
Yeah. They got a nigga to fuck them, and then they got a nigga that they want to tie down and marry and shit.
There's a word for that. Have y'all heard of this? It's called hypergamy.
No, never heard of that. Well, I heard the word, but break it down for me.
Women are always looking for the best deal, but what? They're looking for the.
Oh, go ahead, bro. Well, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
No, keep going.
No, all right, hit that, and then we're gonna hit health and fitness real quick, and then we're gonna wrap it up. We're at like over almost an hour now. Hit hypergamy.
Damn that.
So hypergamy, man. What? Tell me about that.
I forgot the exact definition, but it's on the lines of women wanting the best deal.
Yeah, man. So it's like a woman wants to pin your ass against the wall. Society has told her that you're supposed to be her servant versus her partner, and
Due to feminism.
hey, feminism is a whole fucking show, man.
Yeah. You're going to have to get your experts in on this. 'Cause I only know
Man,
so
we
much.
are coming close to the end of our time. Let's see, what did we not touch on?
Health and fitness.
Health and fitness and losing loved ones.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna just hit on losing loved ones real quick, and it's the hardest thing you ever have to deal with in your life, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's so final, man.
Yeah.
You know, knowing that in this plane of existence you will never see that person again. It's one of the hardest things I've ever had to deal with. You know what I mean? And I got a lot of ancestors now. My son, younger than me, is my ancestor now. He left before me, so he's my ancestor. You know, Philip lost his father. I lost my father. Maddie lost his grandfather. You know, it's not easy, right? And I don't know if you guys want to share something about that before we get into health and fitness.
Well, let me start this off, man. Losing my grandpa was so hard for me. Like, I never experienced something like that. It made me go crazy. It made me find something to ease the pain because it was so harsh. It was so unreal. I couldn't believe it. Like,
Yeah, we both hit real rough times after that, man.
that was
We share a part of that together. I mean, I lost my father. You lost your grandfather. We shared that together. But like the times to follow, we shared a lot of that together too, man. It got real crazy. Philip, what you got to say about it, man?
Yes, it's one of the hardest things to ever deal with, folks. And even to this day, I'm like, man. Sometimes, a lot of days I'm good, but sometimes I think to myself, like, really?
Yeah.
He always told me, I'm dead and gone, you're gonna be on your own, and that's the reality. He taught me about consequences. He taught me about how the world really is.
Word.
Either man, that's the only thing I can go off of, knowing that he not suffer no more. But it's and I hear his voice and again in this plane is like it's a strange feeling.
Yeah, man. It ain't easy, man. Yeah, man. So that really brings us into health and fitness, man. I think I feel like, and I'm sure of, that I lost my father sooner than I should have because of his health. Because of
me too.
Yeah, because
even
of
though
his,
he was 75, but
yeah, that's a good. He lived a full life. My dad was 62. I feel like he lived a full life as well. But
it's not
I
enough.
feel like even your father, he lived to 75. If he had did some different things with his health and his fitness, he probably would have lived, I don't know, 76. Maybe he would have lived to 90. I don't know, but like my dad was 62. Maybe he would have lived to 70. Maybe he lived to 80. Who knows? So it's the same thing with behavior, right? And mental health. You know, it's you're taught certain things as a child or as a young person, and you carry that into your older life. And just like with mental health, it's uh, nature, which is genetics, and nurture, which is health and fitness. So you are predisposed to live to a certain age, depending on how you treat your body. You might live shorter, you might live a little bit longer, right? So, you know, like what we're doing right now, smoking these squares. My dad did that for many years. On top of that, he didn't exercise and didn't have the best diet.
Father was a true smoker too.
Yeah,
especially
so
when I was growing up.
yeah,
His
man.
younger years.
Yeah. So I'm 40 right now. I need to get this shit up. I'm glad it came to this topic. Great job picking them. You know, but I only do it when I'm drinking. You see, we just finished a whole fucking bottle. So I only fuck around with the squares. Normally I'm vaping. You feel me? If you saw episode 10, we be vaping around this bitch. But yeah, health and fitness, man. Just, you know, we don't have a lot of time. We're trying to wrap the show up, but exercise, man. Take a walk every day. You know, my son's grandfather, he walks every day. He smoked and drank for many, many years. He's over 70 years old, but he gets up and he walks every day. You know, if your thing isn't walking, I don't know, do 100 jumping jacks in the morning. Whatever
Ride
it
a
is.
bicycle, that's good too. Get a
Ride
bike.
a bike, man. Rollerblade.
Rent one of them DIY bikes. They getting them blue bikes. And ride around.
Yeah, get one of them divvy bikes. Yeah, because it doesn't make sense, man. For a whole day, if you keep that bitch for a whole day, you talking like $40. Fuck that. You
Might as well
get a
invest and
used
buy
bike.
your own bike.
Yeah.
Buy your own.
Get you a used bike
Right,
from the
'cause
thrift
that's
store
dope.
for that.
Yep.
But exercise, man. Whatever it is, man. Exercise. Well, and on that note, my father, he did get. So if he wasn't getting the exercise he did get, which is every time he played his music, he got his heart rate up, he got his arms and his legs moving. So if he didn't do that, he probably would have died at 40 if he wasn't playing every day and sweating. And he loved to drink water. If he wasn't drinking all that water, you know, he wouldn't have lived past my age. So, you know, we all find out all the answers in the end. I say it like that, man. Anybody else want to share something on health and fitness before we close it out?
Yeah, you have underlying health issues like high blood pressure and sugar diabetes. That also affects your lifespan too, especially if you don't get it, try to get it reversed and taken care of.
Indeed, brother. Indeed, man. And that comes with exercise, diet, you know, and shit, man.
Yep.
Man, I'm sitting here thinking while we talking, man. I just went rollerblading the other night, and it felt great. I felt great.
Never
I
been
did
rollerblading.
about 3 miles, man. It was fucking amazing, and I felt great afterwards. And came home, ate something decent, relatively healthy. I even felt better the next day. So exercise is science, man. It's science, man. Listen to the science. That's gonna be something I'm gonna say on every show. Listen to the science, man. You know, listen to Mother Nature.
You know.
Yeah, God is science, right? I believe there's a higher power, there's a higher being, there's alternate planes of existence. I believe in all of that. But the complex nature of existence is a manifestation of God. So if you're ignoring that, you're ignoring God, man. That's all I gotta say, man. Anybody else want to say something before we close it out, man?
He pretty much hit everything.
Man. Philip?
Love yourself. Respect other people.
Word. Man, that says a lot, man. And look,
And live out loud to the best of your ability.
I like that, man. Thanks for sharing that. We're gonna play some music on the way out. What you're about to hear is one of Manny's beats. We haven't picked a beat yet, so whichever one he picks to go in and check him out. What we going by on this? We're about to get on up out of here, man. We're gonna play some music on the way out. You're gonna hear one of the new beats from my nephew. We just got his YouTube page up, and the link is down in there in the description. So click on it. We got a few beats up. Check it out. If you like it, comment, send a message, hit us up. Fully Loaded Podcast. Love my guests. Thank y'all for being on. You know, it gets greater later, man.
Appreciate you.
Yes,
Indeed, man.
sir.
Thank you for spending time
It's
with
been
me.
an honor, actually.
Indeed, man. Love, man, and peace. Enjoy the music.
Peace.